Social exclusion can be a very real part of life in rural Ireland, particularly for the elderly. The Rural Transport Programme, operating under the name Local Link, was established by the Irish government to tackle this issue.
Only 4 days I have to keep eye on the car. I have to go to the chemist fairly regularly, and it costs you €20 a pop. To go to the regional in Galway, about 100. So it means a lot.
Integrating rural transport services with other public transport. This link from Woodford to Loughrea is one of 1.9 million annual passenger journeys.
Es una oportunidad de poder sentir las raíces de Chile y no estar en Chile, pero igual sentirse chileno.
Esteban Moramelo is 17 years old. His roots are Chilean and Brazilian. He's a midfielder on the Sangre Chilena football team. He has been part of the team since 2017.
Es un proyecto muy lindo. He conocido chilenos de Suecia, o sea, de mi edad, conocí a otra gente y me ha abierto posibilidades, puertas para posibilidades. Así que recién estuve ahí con la selección y por gracias de George y del proyecto de Sangre Chilena, así que estoy súper feliz.
George Vera Keller is the current director of Sangre Chilena, founded in 2017 in Sweden.
La idea fue de poder reunir a jóvenes chilenos que viven en extranjero, de llevarlo a Chile. Se cumplió, llevamos 20 jugadores de todas partes del mundo a Chile y estuvimos 2 semanas en Chile y compartió amistoso. Lo importante, la idea fue porque queríamos que afuera del país, en el extranjero, también pueden hacer bastante talento para poder ser parte de algún día de la selección. Naciendo de aquí en Suecia, ya se dan cuenta que pueden tomarnos como una nueva identidad que ellos necesitaban. Yo creo que eso le está haciendo a los jóvenes más fuertes de mostrar y de decir que también son chilenos, aunque son nacidos en Suecia. De corazón se siente que eso fue un punto importante que aquí Suecia necesitaba un proyecto así, de que los jóvenes nacidos aquí en Suecia se sientan identificados que tienen sangre chilena.
This initiative plays a large role for many Chilean immigrant families.
Una alegría tremenda, porque yo he conversado con mucha gente de aquí que ha pensado decir ¿por qué esto no se creó antes, cuando había quizás en los años, al principio del 2000, los años 90? Y lógicamente que para uno como papá y también para ellos es sentir que uno está representando a Chile, con los colores, por la forma de gritar, porque va mucha gente a mirar, siempre hay una bandera chilena, entonces eso siempre te emociona el sentir que estás representando a Chile fuera de tu país.
Y se han dado cuenta que esto se necesitaba y que hay gente que está apoyando bastante el proyecto, y eso lo hace mucho más contento de poder que la gente pueda confiar en algo que nunca es instintivo. Es un sueño que estamos cumpliendo, y los sueños se pueden cumplir. Estoy consciente que lo vamos a cumplirlo, que vamos a tener nuestros propios equipos formados. De aquí a 5 años ya sueño y creo en los sueños que vamos a tener un equipo adulto en cuarta o en quinta.
Sangre Chilena helps players fulfill their dreams of playing professional football.
Yo quiero ser futbolista profesional. Quiero jugar en Europa en los clubes más grandes y mi sueño es ser campeón del mundo con Chile.
There will never be one guy or one girl, but just to be among of those who are seen as the best in the industry. I would like that. And that's how social media are helping with that. Being an influencer means that I had the opportunity to start my own business as a personal trainer.
Sådan at du kommer ned, sådan der, hvor vi gerne vil holde det.
In 2015, Morten Norgard began studying his bachelor's degree in sports science. At the time, he was unsure about what his career path would be. So he began posting about fitness on Instagram.
And as the years went by, I got more followers and I got more and more into fitness. The amount of followers I had by being or trying to be an influencer got me to where I am today. So it got me the opportunity to start my own business. It felt like it was meant to be that I needed to do this personal training because I had a great reach.
The most popular social media platform for influencers is Instagram, with an average of 93% of influencer marketing campaigns. YouTube holds the second place. To give a better understanding of what an influencer is, we contacted Fergal Quinn, lecturer in journalism at the University of Limerick in Ireland.
I suppose it's a type of stealth advertising that's always been there in different types of media, but has probably gotten more prominence in the has certainly gotten more prominence in the age of social media.
I have done it this personal brand kind of way, and putting myself out there and being personal. I think that's the way the social media works best, actually.
Når du trækker skuldrene ned, så kommer din albue i den position, de nu gør. Ikke? Okay. Men hvis du kommer til at slippe dem sådan et stykke...
If you're trying too hard to be unique, you're not. So if you just be yourself, that I think that's the greatest way to reach people, actually.
Kører med the big boy plates.
And I don't think many of my clients don't get me as a coach because they think I'm the smartest. They think I can help them reach their goals, of course.
Med hofte. Træk dig til.
They also think I seem nice, or I seem cool, or I seem like a guy they want to chat with.
Oj, stærk med. Det var led.
Time spent as an influencer has allowed Morten to work according to his own schedule, building relationships with his clients whilst creating content for his growing social media platforms.
The programs I write for people, I can do 2 a.m. in the morning, you know, and all the editing I can do whenever I want to, where I want to. But the only thing I need to do outside of this room is actually only filming and personal training. When you're just starting on Instagram or any social platform, you need to test things off. I don't need to look at someone else's platform and, oh shit, I need to do it more like that because it seems to work for him. Try different styles of posts and see how which ones gets the most reach, and see what you like the most. What content do you like creating the most of? So in the fitness industry, you could take a picture of maybe a chocolate bar and a protein bar and write a long post about that. That's pretty popular, but it's not me. So I would like to share one of my clients' progress, or I would like to share a video of me doing some training stuff, deadlifting or squatting. There's room for client, more direct business stuff. My own training, which kind of is promoting my own business, but also is just me training and giving advice. And then there's just some posts, mostly stories. There's just bad dad jokes to give something other than just fitness. I made a YouTube series about my competition in 2017, where I competed in a bodybuilding category called Men's Physique, where we wear board shorts. The show is called Newcomers, and I was out seeing the competition this year, and a guy came up to me and said he has watched the series. Thanked me for having made it. I went through what he has just went through, so people are still watching it, and that's quite nice because they can see themselves in the process of prepping for the show. It was pretty awesome.
Så det blev til en 3. plads. We fucking did it.
It's always nice to feel like people want to follow you and like you. It is always nice, and it's not because I don't get happy when I reach a certain number of subscribers. The number doesn't mean that much to me anymore. I see the number as something, okay, here are we now, and in the future we need to see some progress. Right now I have clients to support me financially, so I don't stress about I need to have 20,000 on Instagram or 30,000. I know I'm gonna hit that number, and I don't care if it's tomorrow or a year from now.
Across the globe, the influencer market has grown from an estimated $2 billion worth in 2017 to a predicted $10 billion industry in 2020. Types of influencer range from nano-influencers with 1,000 to 10,000 followers, and mega-influencers with 1 million to 5 million followers.
People are making quite considerable amounts of money doing so. So yeah, absolutely. Any more than advertising, marketing has always been a particular type of career. This is just another form of it.
Instagram is mostly sponsored posts. I have done where either I've got 3 stuff or I got money and 3 stuff to do some promotion for mostly fitness clothing. So I got Puma sent me a bag with some gym clothes that I should try. Or in this case, I just need to shout them out if I wear it on my story. But it's always nice to get free stuff, especially gym clothes, because I wear a lot of it. And YouTube is just the ads you put in your video. I've made a very, very small amount of money from. So it has never been my main income, or it's just been a little drop in the ocean. That's nice to have, but not something I want to chase. I have seen some horrible comments on some YouTube videos, and I feel sorry for the people who are receiving them. I hope they can deal with it, but some of them are pretty hard.
As a human, one couldn't help but worry for somebody who is making their face and their personality and their home and so much part of their job, you know. Surely there's a risk it becomes a 24-hour thing. Surely there's a thing that if it fails, that your whole sense of self might, it may affect your whole sense of self.
I haven't had that much hate or negative vibes on any of my social media, actually, which I'm very grateful for, of course. I had a camera looking like this before, with no mic on it, so I upgraded so I could get better sound, because in the gym it's pretty loud of all kinds of noises. I have a tripod so I can hold it out and set it up when I film me training or stuff like that. The challenges I have faced is mostly when the camera isn't working or something like that.
Currently, one of Morton's biggest struggles as an influencer is finding the balance to create quality YouTube videos. He is in the process of hiring a videographer to help him film and edit his YouTube content to keep his subscribers engaged.
On YouTube, they're pretty young, so maybe 15, and they don't need a personal trainer right now.
Du ligger der, siger...
The guy or the girl that's 15 years old today will be 18 in 3 years, and the one who's looking that's 18 today is 21 in 3 years. So I see it as an investment in the future.
Jeg plejer det at være hårdt for dig, eller hvad?
Ja, men altså, jeg...
Så. Der. Pres dig selv ned i bænken. Der. Træk dig selv til stangen. Ned i bænken. Der. Igen. Pres dig selv ned i bænken. Der, den var god en med.
I think the personal training business have evolved a lot over the past 10 years with social media, and I think it will change a lot in the next 10 years. So I'll do this as long as it's relevant to getting clients and getting food on the table.
Så, 5 sæt, 5 reps, let the games begin. Og så må vi ud.
I'm very lucky to be born when I was born. I have a great life here in Copenhagen, and it's opened lots of opportunities for me, and I didn't think I will be sitting here today if it wasn't for social media.
This week marks Rag Week, an annual week in UL's student life calendar where everyone comes out in aid of charity, but also, as you can see, to have a bit of crack. I'm here to find out if students really think this should be down to a one-week thing, or if there should be lots of engagement throughout the semester. Here's what the students think.
I think that it would be good for more of these events happening, but it would be also, like in my perception, it would be really good if there was more diversities in like the sort of activities that are promoted, because I see a lot of the same clubs promoting their activities on campus.
I think that having the hype around 1 week is better. It gets people more engaged in this 1 week. Like if there was things going on all year, Rag would be less special, and I think it's nice to have like a solid week of everyone getting involved.
I do think like it's a very active college and there is stuff for students to do to kind of get engaged, like apart from like academics.
So I really think it's important for us all to be doing more with student life and having more events around the campus, spread them out, not just in the courtyard, you know. Bring a bit of life to the main space, into the architecture studio, make something for the people, not just for the party.
It can be great crack sometimes, you know. One chap gets on and he plays the tin whistle, another lad plays the motor organ, and it shortens the journey and they all enjoy it, like, you know. It's good for them to get out, and I wish more would use it.
Food is a form of cultural education, and where better to broaden our horizons than here at the DMJX School Canteen. As you can see, they have a variety of food, from Danish to Mexican. But who knows, maybe one day, as a result of Sylvester's hard work at UGood, we will see Ugandan food and the Rolex here on our plates.
Coronavirus. It's all everyone can talk about, and it's affected each and every one of us in one way or another. But what does it mean for the businesses here in Limerick? Myself and Katie looked at both sides of the story, from crazy chemists to silent shops.
Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 outbreak, I've been left without a job, so no means of income to pay for both my student accommodation and my student fees.
The campus bar shut down 1 week ago. The staff here are among many around the country who are increasingly worried.
Which has been very upsetting both for me and my family, as we're currently unsure of how I'm going to fund the rest of my accommodation and pay for my rental fees next year, as this was my main source of income.
While UL is on lockdown, the local pharmacy is anything but.
We've basically been off the walls with like people coming in and out for prescriptions, coming in and out for hand sanitizer, for face masks, for gloves, you name it. Literally, we're so busy at the moment. We've had like, I'd say double the staff working at the moment, like towards what we'd normally have. Like, I'm actually only part-time. I'm normally just Saturdays and Sundays, but now I'm working like 6-7 days a week to just try keep everyone happy and just serve everybody and take care of them.
All kinds of workers have been affected in different ways by the coronavirus. The question most of them are asking now is, what are the government going to do about it?
People don't know what astrology really is. It's a world of symbols, so you have to know how to interpret the symbols.
Hella's life revolves around astrology. Here, in this blue building behind me, the New Age Wisdom Centre, she has built a business around astrology, where you can experience many astrological practices, from palm reading, having your horoscope chart read, or even a clairvoyant session with her husband. One of few astrologists in Denmark, astrology does not provide Hella with enough to make a living. She combines this practice with running the centre alongside her husband. In 1990, having heard of a friend's positive experience with an astrologist, Hella decided to try it out for herself.
I heard about a person who was an astrologer, and one of my friends had been at her consultation and she was very excited, so I thought it was a good idea for me to try it. And it was really a very, very huge eye-opener to me, because I had a very low self-esteem at that time. And she just told me so much about my resources. I think if I was living in the States or something, I had a bigger audience than I have here. You have to do other things, and so I do other things. I offer psychotherapy and hand analysis, and then we have our store, and then I have some other consultations that I get paid for.
Astrology is a study of the positions and relationships of the sun, moon, stars and planets in order to judge their influence on human actions. Today, astrology is not recognised as a scientific study, leading to a negative stigma being associated with the practice in society.
And people say, what is this crap? Are you reading it? Why are you taking an education in something like this? I had to just say, I don't care. I lost some friends, you could say, because they thought I was becoming a strange person because I was into this. Especially one friend that was close to me. Yes, she couldn't cope with. She didn't believe that astrology was anything but crap.
When Halla starts talking about astrology, she is hard to stop.
I can talk for 3 or 4 hours, getting deeper and deeper into the layers of the person.
At the end of the day, she simply wants to share what she believes is the gift of astrology.
I know myself to a deeper level than many other people.
No one knows what the future will hold, but one thing's for sure is that Halla will continue growing her business into a future in which she hopes the public's opinion of astrology will soften.
They're always shut in at night, not just for the Halloween. The best thing is, particularly for dogs and cats, is to keep them indoors. Even if you don't usually do that, which I hope you do, I think certainly at Halloween you'd have them indoors because they can be easily spooked, especially dogs. So I suggest you bring them in the house, in a room that they're perhaps used to, but that doesn't have a door to the outside. So, have their own bed in there, draw the curtains, have it nice and cosy and warm, stay with the dog, perhaps put the telly on or the radio, perhaps a bit louder than usual, so that it deadens the noise and, perhaps calm them down a bit. Now, why I've said don't have a door to the outside is because when you get your trick and treater people coming and knocking on the door and you go and answer it, if the dog's got free run of downstairs in the house, it could easily dart out between you and the people outside and vanish. And they can go miles. If they're really spooked, it could run off for big distances. So make sure it's on an inside room, and also make sure that it's got a collar on with a tag, with an identification of phone numbers and so on, and hopefully microchip, because it is by law that your dog is microchipped, so that if it does accidentally get away, there's a good chance of you getting it back. George? No, I'm not sure what your friend's called. He was homed and he keeps escaping. Cats can be spooked as well, perhaps not so much as dogs. And again, black cats are the ones that are perhaps most likely to be hurt by youngsters, probably. I mean, we do get several cases every year of animals that have been abused over the Halloween period. But again, the black cats perhaps are chosen because of their association with stories about witches and things. About rabbits, a lot of young children have pet rabbits, and they've usually kept them in a cage in the garden. Now, rabbits are very timid, so the best thing to do is, if you can, is bring the whole cage into a shed or a garage, again, to reduce the noise and be calmer for them. And if you can't bring them inside, you've perhaps got an old carpet or old curtains, or old rugs, anything, blankets, that you could put big thick layer over the cage, again, to reduce the noise and make it sort of more peaceful for them. You need to be a bit careful as well with the treats that are always hanging around at Halloween, which are meant for people, not dogs or cats, but often they're given to dogs. And if they've got chocolate on, that is very dangerous. Chocolate is poisonous for dogs. And some of the candies that are produced for youngsters have got a sweetener in called xylitol, I think it's called, and that it can be very damaging very dangerous to dogs. So please make sure that you're not sharing your Halloween treats with your pets. Horses, hopefully you've got a stable for your horse, and I suggest you shut both doors, top and bottom. If you haven't got a stable and it's an outdoor horse,
There's not really anything else you can do. You can't bring them in the house, I don't think. So those are sort of just a few tips for how to manage your pets over the Halloween and to keep them safe.
And then, should anyone notice anything over the Halloween period, before or after, how can they get in contact with yourselves?
Well, they need to contact an animal rescue group, us, Limerick Animal Welfare, or any other rescue group. You can ring the guards if there's some really element of torture in it, which there could be. And there is a helpline with the ISPCA, but that is in Dublin. There is a helpline. It is 1890 515 515.
I won't chew anything.
Cheeky little things, really.
This is Gerald. I love him.